Hello, President Trump. I know you may not see this, and you may not be able to do anything if you do, but I've run out of options and I need help. I know you're busy, so I'll try to make this fast. I'm an American who was born in Detroit and worked and paid taxes in this nation, yet I have less rights and freedoms than illegal immigrants here. Immigrants can drive in my nation, while I can't. When the borders were open to the illegals, my food stamps were taken from me, an American, to give to them. I've been starving ever since. I'm being deprived of my driver's license in Michigan over 3 driving under the influence offenses from my teenage years. I lost my license at 18 years old. I'm 53 now. I was not able to apply my trade as a mechanic because insurance won't cover me moving vehicles on a lot with no license. I became certified for nothing. 25 years ago, I did everything required of me to get my license restored, and I was denied justice. At that time, I'd been without a license for 10 years. My life was made unnecessarily hard due to this deprivation of justice. In 2014, when my dad only had 1 year and a few months left to live, I was loaned money to hire Kyle Legal of Gaylord to represent my case. I was told that I have to submit to illegal criteria just to qualify for a hearing. They wanted me to go through all of this drug stuff due to ancient alcohol-related offenses. They wanted a substance abuse evaluation and a clean drug screen, too. I had to quit using medical marijuana to supply that clean urine, and I writhed in pain the entire 3 months. I lost a lot of weight due to my inability to eat during that time. It's the same as if they told you to refrain from ingesting Valium that was prescribed for your back pain, or you'd be deemed dependent on drugs. It's the same thing. I was directed to Catholic Human Services, and Chris Seeger was assigned to me. That woman thinks her job is to keep people from getting their driver's licenses back. She literally waited outside for me to arrive for my appointment just to see if I drove myself, which I didn't, because insurance won't cover injuries if I were involved in an accident. Chris Seeger didn't like me and used her report to sabotage my license restoration. Even though I was writhing in pain from not using medical marijuana, she lied and misdiagnosed me as marijuana dependent, based on my words and my religious beliefs, that I can medicate with the marijuana that God provided for us instead of the government-sanctioned pills for profit that make me sicker. I was then sent to a hearing where the hearing officer, Ojabina, interviewed me via television in a room. She didn't like me either, and she denied the scientific fact of my clean drug screen and focused entirely on the fairy tales written up about me by Chris Seeger. Kyle Legal never argued the point that the scientific fact outweighs an opinion. He allowed them to shaft me because I believe he didn't even really like me either, didn't want to represent me. I was deprived justice again, and I was denied the benefits of the MAP 21 laws that Obama signed off on. I fit the criteria for having a restricted license with a breathalyzer starter device on my vehicle and was not even considered for being entered into the program. After 35 years, mind you, well, 33 at the time. They made my case worse when they made further illegal requirements that I violate my religious beliefs yet again, to attend AA meetings and lie and confess that I'm powerless over something I never even do anymore. Plus, that puts me right back around the demographic of people that I separated myself from years ago. My father's dead now. I never got to show him that I was doing good or take him for a drive to White Castle, his favorite, for lunch. He died seeing me be a targeted loser who couldn't even get his driver's license restored. If I could get my driver's license fully restored, I know that I can be working at least one driving job, paying taxes, and get off of SSI and be a productive citizen again within 6 to 8 months. I have a strong work ethic, and this illegal martial law I'm under in Michigan is killing me. I've tried to create my own income online for 10 long years now. I worked 16-hour days and sometimes worked around the clock until I fell asleep at my computer. I produced songs and wrote books and blogs and other content, and I still can't make a living with the internet. I just want my driver's license back. Michigan has one-sided reciprocity laws that made it impossible for me to get my license back in other states when I tried relocating to liberate myself from the martial law in Michigan. If you can do anything to sway this deprivation and complete denial of justice, I can promise you that I'll be a productive citizen within a year, working at least one driving job, which I can still do in my current physical condition. I did not strive to be on SSI, and I don't like being on it. I can make more in 1 week working than I get in a whole month from SSI. Mr. President, I just want justice, that's all. 35 years of martial law was not the intent of the ancient law that's being utilized to perpetuate this malicious life rape. Michigan is not going to give me my license back no matter what I do or what hoops they make me jump through. You can at least remove any funding that Michigan gets for the MAP 21 law, since the state does not give those who fit the criteria the benefits of the law anyway, and I'm living proof. Thanks for your time if you read this, or hear this, or see this. You of all people should know how it feels to face unnecessary consequences due to the malice, lies, and misrepresentation of mean-spirited women. Imagine if you were me, and it totally robbed you of the ability to be productive at a job of your choosing to pursue your American happiness. Please consider my case. Nobody else will. I've given up hope. And until I can work a driving job, America's not going to be great to me.